Friday Night Blitz is sponsored by Fairway Meat and Grocery.
This is Dragon Nation, and you're watching Friday Night's Blitz. Shout out to Jenica Lewis.
Go Irish.
Always nice to see you. Well, welcome into Friday Night Blitz. I'm Raina Garcia, joined by Trey Redfield in our final Friday Night Blitz of the season. You made it through, my friend.
No. We made it through. We're a team, and we saved the best for last, which is the match in green, but also the great football games that we had tonight. You win, you are off to the Dome. Valley and Johnson playing for that right in the Class 5A quarterfinals. The Tigers meeting the Dragons again in the same spot as last year when you made it with Jake. I wasn't here last year, but it's fun to be here this year because tonight's rematch was a great final game of the week of 2025.
Well, we've seen them before, and we know they're a good football team.
And if we're going to beat Valley, we're going to have to be, perfect in all three phases.
Football in month 11. It's nothing new for Valley.
And, every year our goal is to play November football, and that's what the playoffs are. It's never easy, and we know we'll have to be at our best, and I think we're up for it.
And for Johnson,
Dragons on three. 1, 2, 3, Dragons.
It's the start of potentially something special.
Valley's a great program. Won numerous state titles. We've won 0, and that's why we're excited. We know what they've done in the past, and now it's about us going out and playing good football.
Last year, it ended in Dragon heartbreak. But in this same spot, Johnson's in search of Dragon revenge.
We have a home game here, so we're here this year. We weren't last year, so I feel like that's just some extra juice we have and better atmosphere.
Tough loss last year. They got some good players, so I think our coaches will prepare us well, and just a great matchup, hard-fought game.
This isn't your first rodeo. You know very well the time to pounce is now for the Tigers.
Oh, it's going to be fun because I feel like everyone's just underestimating us.
We use it as another challenge, and it's a great challenge, go over there and we'll see what happens.
As nothing matters now that we're in the playoffs, so we can just show we're going to.
Game of the Week sponsored by Fairway Meat and Grocery.
Not even last year's 38-35 Valley win in this spot matters anymore. Bad Moon rising, and so is Trevin Helming. Passing touchdown number 19 on this play. He gets it to Cannon Reinders from 24 yards out. Dragons take a 7-0 lead. After the first quarter, you flip fields. Valley gets itself on the board. Drake the Groat finds Owen Woods over the middle. Left side wide open for a 15-yard stroll. Valley jabs right back, ties things up at 7. But right before the half, Johnston would run things in for 6. Helming doing so on a scramble out to his right. It's too easy for the junior. It's been nails this season. Johnson takes a 14-7 lead into the halftime locker room. But Valley does it again. The Tigers are dome-bound in a 28-21 win.
Well, Dowling Catholic has been a juggernaut all season long, now just one win away from heading to the Dome. Dave Bingham has the highlights from their quarterfinal matchup against Iowa City West.
Quarterfinal night is the best, and you never know it's going to be cold like it is tonight. That makes it better. Iowa City West won 3 championships in the 1995, back-to-back 98-99. Then Dowling won 2. They've won 10 since we started the Blitz. 2 historic programs going at it tonight here at Mediacom Stadium. What a beautiful night to get going here. Iowa City West came out strong in their first drive. They did turn it over in downs, but they were ready to play, and so were the Maroons. On their first possession, it's Ian Middleton. Off the right side, gets some great blocks, darts through a hole. Big guy, 25 yards, tough to bring down. Now the Maroons to the air. Joey Nahas with the seed here to Jeffrey Roberts, 24 yards, future Cyclone in, 7-zip Maroons. Trojans come right back. Reese Wheeler up top to Jillian Manson, and future Hawkeye goes 44 yards. Trojans in the red zone. 2 plays later, though, Ryan Bobo and the Maroons defense with the sack. It's now 3rd and goal, and Wheeler up top, but he is picked off by Jeremiah Robertson. That's a huge play in this game. Second quarter now, Maroons back to the ground. Middleton gets a great block out on the edge here, finds the end zone, 13 yards for the touchdown, 14-zip Dowling, and then Nahas up top again with a 40-yarder to Roberts. He can fly. 21-0 Dowling. In the second half, more ground game. Middleton with a 13-yard touchdown, and then this one, 61+. Dowling rolls tonight, rolling back to the Dome, looking for their 11th championship. 35-0, your final out here. Have more highlights on our Dome Dynasty social, so you want to see those, but that's going to do it. Next time you see us, we're going to be in the Dome. Back to you in the studio.
Man, I can't wait to see him in the Dome. We're 5A quarters, Walking Northwest, hosting Sioux City East. One thing you do not want to do when a trip to the Dome is on the line is make mistakes. That's one right there. The Raiders did down special teams. Wolves were taking notes. They recovered a bad snap. Austin Van Horn, the one to recover. That allows the Wolves to howl on offense. Brian Woodruff with the 1-yard score. Walking Northwest with a 7-0 lead. Raiders would answer right back, though. Jacob Brayfold, putting his fullback hat on, gets Sioux City East on the board. 7-all at Walking Northwest. Woodruff would do his thing once again. Another touchdown right on the doorstep. He had 5 tonight. Northwest onward to Cedar Falls in a huge win. Final score tonight, 48-34. In Southeast Polk, continue the magic. Rams in Iowa City to face Liberty. Speaking of the Rams, they started off the right way. Drew Thompson on the first play from scrimmage. Bye. Hit him in the mouth from the jump, kid. Zap with an early 7-0 lead. Lightning with a fast jab right back, though. They're pumped on the other side, but Reese Reddick with the heave over the top of the Fire Runners. They tied things up at 7 apiece. They would score in the final 2 minutes. They went back and forth, these two, in the fourth quarter. Southeast Polk falls 31-28. There will be a new champion in Class 5A.
All right, our first play of the week nominee comes from our game of the week. Trevin Helming of Vines Cannon Rinder, the tiptoeing on the sideline is pure. It gives Johnson the first score of the night. But the Dragons unfortunately fall in this one, 28-21. One heck of a game, though, by both teams there. Well, we're just getting started here on Friday Night Blitz. We'll have plenty more games coming your way after the break. Plus, we'll go inside the huddle with the Pella Dutch.
Inside the Huddle, sponsored by Des Moines Orthopedic Surgeons.
The Pella Dutch were eyeing a trip back to the Dome tonight, where they fell short in the finals last season. But the Dutch made it a point all week in practice to stay locked in on what's in front of them.
Ready, go! Stay square, give them a pop.
I don't see it as anything bigger than just here continuing to battle and an opportunity for these guys to go out and win a big football game this week.
This year, our motto is it takes what it takes, and so really we've put last year in the past, obviously, but still, like you said, having the experience is a really good thing, and a lot of these seniors know what it takes, and we're obviously going to try to do that this year.
You got to make sure the ball gets in front of you. Then you release off, and it's a run and gather after that. You with me? Next guy in line, grab the bag. Here we go. Ready, go! Squeeze, squeeze. Okay, wait. There you go.
Our next game is always our biggest game coming up, and every team obviously now is good. They've earned their position right now.
And there's a belief that they have. They've had it throughout their whole career. They're competitors. They compete against each other. They compete against other communities. And so that's really helped develop them as a group of guys that love that opportunity to go out and compete. And so I think, to your point, that builds a belief in that, hey, in those moments, they're not worried about, oh, this might happen or that. It's, we're going to go get this done.
The Dutch hosting Decorah on this cold, windy night. I was feeling it out there. Scoring would be hard to come by in this one. Vikings on the field goal attempt in the first quarter. Not sure what happened with the snap there, but the field goal attempt is no good. Pella gets the ball back. Still scoreless in the second quarter. Pella in Viking territory. This one is picked off by Will Larson. He takes this one a pretty long way. They are going to roll him out of bounds there around midfield. Another missed opportunity for the Dutch, and we are heading the other way. Under a minute left in the quarter. Decorah in the red zone. David Gardner powers his way through the line, gets to the quarterback, forces that fumble. The Dutch recover. We head into the half still tied at 0, but the Dutch pull this one out 7-6, and they are headed back to the Dome.
6-7, some would say. More 4A. Sucks this game's not the Dome, man. Newton hosting Gilbert. Cardinals were flying tonight. So many weapons on this team. Isaiah Hanson is one of them. Rushing touchdown for the junior. Hint, Hanson was not done yet. Cards up 7-zip. Speaking of the Cards, neither were they as a unit. Caden Klein heaving it to his top target here. Finn Martin on the scramble out wide. Finn, right place, right time in the end zone. Newton jumps out to a 14-0 lead. This Cardinal crushing would only continue. Hanson, once again, on the ground. Don't call, don't text, just ghost. Tell your dog I said hi. We've all been there. Newton was doing the ghosting tonight. It would only get worse for the Tigers. Klein with a heave once again. This time, Saquon Coley. Who comes down with it? Number 0. You don't want 0 problems, big fella, right? Right. You may see this play again, by the way. Newton dominates Gilbert. It's off to the dome in a 42-14 dominant win.
On to Class 3A. Winterset taking on Solon on the road. First drive, Carson Cook's pass gets tipped, and Solon in the right place at the right time for this pick. He takes it all the way back for the pick 6. Spartans go up early. And after a blocked punt for another touchdown, Cook drops back, going for another bomb here. Caden Hoper bobbles it. And this one is going to be intercepted again. A tough night for the Husky offense. A fantastic season comes to an end for Winterset as the Spartans go on to win this one 21-6.
Over in Class 2A, PCM hosting Wilson. The Mustangs 9-1 this season, looking to keep things rolling to the Dome. Mustangs get off to a good start here. Lewis Stang scores a rushing touchdown in the first. PCM jumps out to a 7-0 lead. Home team continuing to pounce, but on the defensive side now, Chase Wagaman with the interception. PCM would use this interception to kick a field goal. That's great, a long field goal too as well. But the comeback from Wilson is greater. 21 unanswered tonight from the visitors to make their way to the Dome. PCM falls by 4.
And in Class A, we got Linville-Sully taking on Wapsie Valley. The Hawks, 1 loss on the year, the Warriors none. First quarter, Linville-Sully backed up in their own end zone, and Connor Deal rolls out. This one's picked off by Blake Hess. An instant opportunity for Wapsie. But on 4th down, it's the Hawks defense that makes the stop. What a play here by Wyatt Mathis. A minute left in the half is when the Hawks soared into the end zone. Jaden Richards on the short pass gets to the edge, gets in. Dawson James gets the 2-point conversion to make it a 1-point game, but Linville-Sully would lose a close one to Wapsie Valley 22-16.
Dowling Catholic back where it belongs. The Maroons with a dominant win tonight, 35-0 over IC West, keeping that search for their 11th state title alive at Medium Com Stadium. Dave Bingham is with our Coach of the Week, Tom Wilson.
All right, we're back with the Wyckoff Heating and Cooling Coach of the Week, Coach Tom Wilson. A couple of thoughts that jumped in right away for me was just, I thought about Jim Williams tonight. A cold night like this, and he just ran the football. He'd have been proud. He did a great job running the ball tonight.
We felt good about it going in, and obviously Ian's been a workhorse for us the entire year, but the offensive line playing like they did, getting Josh Miller back certainly helps with that as well. But just proud of our overall effort and getting a convincing win like this.
And when we look at games that are this close and can be contested, I thought defensively the interception early by Robert, he made a great play right down here. And I think that's the thing that ends up ultimately getting you to championships, is kids making plays like that. What did you see on that? How important was that?
Oh, it's huge. And honestly, we had an early stop that was really big for us. And, you know, it seemed like they were getting red zone or near red zone a couple of different times, and our defense just came up big.
Told the boys to get some rest, hydration. There's a process to it, isn't there? Yeah. So many things. What are you looking forward to now you're heading back to the Dome?
It's always a goal. It never gets old. Really proud of our team, and hopefully we can go up there and play well.
Probably see a CIML team at this very moment. We don't know yet, but we'll see. But it'll be fun, and we'll be there. Send it back to you guys in the studio.
Never count out Tom Wilson, man. Second play of the week, by the way. Early nail to the coffin from Newton to Gilbert. Caden Klein to Quan Coley. Athleticism. Peak. Coley with a great catch. Klein with a great throw. Newton with a great win. Cardinals are off to the Dome. They're thumping Gilbert 42-14.
We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere, because when we come back, Trey and I are going to give away our final game ball of the season. All right, our third play of the week nominee comes from Iowa City. Southeast Polk started the right way against the Liberty tonight. Drew Thompson gets the give and gets going. The nominee is cool, but unfortunately, the result was not what they had hoped for. Rams fall in this one 31-28.
Game Ball, sponsored by Fairway Meat and Grocery.
All right, our final game ball of the season. Who's it going to?
It is going to the two-headed monster in Waukee Northwest. One guy stood out a little bit more tonight, which that happens from time to time, but oh my goodness. Ryan Woodruff popped off this evening. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 touchdowns tonight. Whew. He leads his Wolves to the Dome, Waukee Northwest, with a 48-34 win en route to its first trip to Cedar Falls in school history.
It's always good when you can have a two-headed monster in the backfield.
You have 1A and 1B. That's game time. Good ground game. I'm here all day.
It's going to come in handy in the Dome. Well, we are heading down the home stretch here on Friday Night Blitz, and after the break, we'll reveal our final play of the week winner this season.
Play of the Week, sponsored by Taco John's.
All right, it's time to name a winner for our final play of the week of the season.
It comes from a team that we've talked about all season and still continuing to prove us right every single week. It's someone we've talked about all the time in Class 4A. We're talking about them again tonight. Newton's Quan Coley showing peak athleticism here on this touchdown catch. Full extension. Newton with a huge road win, proving everybody why it was going to go to the Dome right from when this season started. Final score tonight, 42-14. Dominated Gilbert. And Gilbert was one of the best in 4A as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a statement win.
Yeah.
What better way to script going off to the Dome than getting a big win like that, showing everyone that they're probably one of the favorites in 4A.
Probably. Newton and Pella, that would be a great state championship game. Something's telling me, though, they're going to meet up in the semis.
Should be fun either way. I'm looking forward to it.
Football.
There you go. Well, we're going to take one final break, but when we come back, Trey and I will put a bow on Week 11 with our final thoughts. Well, what a great way to end your first season of Friday Night Blitz.
This is so much fun.
A little cold tonight.
A little cold.
But you had a good game.
I had a great game. I had a great season. This is something I was told about right from the start when I first came here, how important the Friday Night Blitz is, how much people care about it, how much people love it. And so the fact that we've gotten to do it together for the last 11 weeks, it's been really cool. And the best part is, the season's not over yet.
No.
11 area teams going to the Dome.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We're going to be busy at the Dome covering all of these games.
Yes.
But that's the fun part.
Right.
Central Iowa tends to dominate in the postseason. We're seeing it once again.
Yeah.
I think the standout really has got to be the teams in Class 5A. We talked about them. The Valley Tigers, man. It's a tale as old as time.
You can never doubt the Valley Tigers. Gary Swenson in year 30. His buddy, Dave Dorn, coaches at NC State, former Drake football player. Huge win for the Wolfpack last week against 8th-ranked Georgia Tech. Gary gets one for himself this Friday night on the road against Johnston. Tigers back where they belong, Raina.
Yeah, Swenson is he's inevitable.
He's inevitable. He's inevitable. Inevitable. Oh,
he is. Looking at Waukee Northwest, too, I know we talked a lot about them. This is exciting, their first trip to the Dome. And they're a team to watch out for. They are looking like the team to beat. So much confidence,
It's so tragic that you have to have odd number teams in the best class going to the Dome because one of these teams has to lose. Will it probably be Valley and Dowling and then Waukee Northwest and Iowa City Liberty? Yes. But at the same time, it's still going to bring great football because the CIML is, bar none, the best conference in the state.
Absolutely. It gets you ready for this time of year when you go up against those teams, when you're on the road.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, it's a blessing and a curse.
It is a blessing and a curse. Real quick, 3A, Nevada, road upset. Van Meter, 2A, road dogs again. Dome bound.
Another inevitable team.
Inevitable.
And the boys, they get it done again. Well,
boys are buzzing.
We're excited to take our coverage to the Dome. That's going to do it for us here on Friday Night Blitz. Thanks for joining us this season. Hope you follow along with our coverage.